my name is Scott and I am in a TV shop. Wow, look at the size of all these tellies. They're almost as big as my belly. Oh no, Sydney Sweeney's appeared on the TV. Oh no, Sydney Sweeney giving me sore weenie. Sydney Sweeney giving me sore weenie. Oh no, 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 no. I don't like it, but I like her. No, Willie sore, Willie sore, Willie sore. A man called Mr. Blobby beat me up. Ouch, Mr. Blobby, I used to say. Ouch, Mr. Blobby, I said. I was just a itty-bitty kid. My dad bought belts every single day from the belt store. And you know what he did with those belts? He hit me. The poor bugger's trousers never stayed up because he just beat me with his belts all day. I do like doing these videos, guys. For anyone that says I'm being bullied into doing them, you're just ignorant. So guys, sorry to say, but that was a brilliant montage of Scott videos. Put them all together because Scott's not really able to do the videos anymore. There was an accident that was really tragic. He's fine. He's just a bit more damaged in the brain, so yeah. The good news is we've got some funding for our film.
I'm not making coffee, I'm making tea.
Very British of you.
Green tea. This takes a little bit, so
just
you have to be patient.
So the reason we're doing this is obviously when we find out who did the crime.
Yeah.
You're finally doing the interview and you're sitting down and you're like, damn, this whole experience changed me.
It was a simpler time back then.
Yeah, so we're just kind of getting you looking like you're preparing for the interview.
Get me lubed up a little bit. This is the most like basic brand made from real fruit, though.
Just pretend we've caught the perpetrator. How do you feel? So
we caught him?
Yeah, we just caught him.
Who's the perpetrator?
No, but we will catch him eventually. So we've not caught him yet. But just imagine your feelings.
Imagine.
The person who did the Kelby murders. How do you feel now that we finally caught him? Mr. X. Do you remember Mr. X?
Oh, we caught him. We uncovered the case.
By the end of this doc, everything would have been found.
Did we arrest him and like?
He could be arrested.
A citizen's arrest.
Or he could flee.
Always. Alright, let's get this over with.
We're just starting the interview here. Look into the camera, Jay. Say, we got him. Or, well, that happened. Something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Well, that happened.
You did the murders, didn't you, Angus?
That was it. I said that was the last straw, and I'm done.
I told you get out and get. You're still freaking here.
You're not from around here.
For fuck's sake!
Get out!
If I gave you the opportunity to commit the perfect crime, your dream crime, no consequences, would you take it?
My name is Jay Tillman. I'm, or was a filmmaker out of Humboldt County, California. Gave up film a couple of years ago, but decided to get back into it, and that proved to be quite the mistake. I used to really like making films with my brother.
Let's do a how to make a hot dog!
Let's do it right now.
You put about as much water as you feel like, because it doesn't matter. I call this the wiener boat.
Man.
Value size Tums. About as much diarrhea.
I'd made some dumb stuff. I guess it's similar to Ross's videos in a way, but they weren't, nobody ever got hurt. It was always a good time, but it just kind of drifted apart. I said the motivation just wasn't there. Reality kind of caught up with us, and we're all adults and we had to do adult things. Franklin used to really love making videos. He was always our dedicated cameraman. No matter what dumb idea we had, he was always there to pull it off, and I thought he would move on too, but I guess he didn't. I guess the films really meant a lot to him. You know, he was always talking about them after we edited and showing them to everybody, and you know, made a big deal about it. Even though I thought they were just stupid, fun things that we did. I didn't really care to show them to anybody. But he was pretty adamant about just putting them out there and letting the world see them. Who knew those films would play such a huge part in my life? I really did fall out of love with filmmaking for a long time. Curtis he was a good friend. He really was. He was always there. He was reliable, you know. He's that friend that you could always call on no matter what the circumstances was. He helped a lot with our films. He was kind of our go-to sound guy. He also did a little bit of acting and everything else, but all around a pretty good guy. Maybe if I'd kept making films with him, this whole situation could have been avoided, but that's, you know, I guess we'll never know.
Never really sure who Ross was. What I did know he was a fucking prick. But it wasn't always. The films used to be fun, then they got really weird. Then mean, then they became what happened. We started a channel called Fedora of Ties. We basically bullied other kids in our school with these videos.
What I like for my breakfast is worms.
Stuart YL, is that you?
Yes, boy, it is me, the Stuart YL. What is it you seek?
It was embarrassing, but we had fun. Didn't really matter. I don't think Ross knew that people were making fun of him for these videos. Although if you've seen them, I don't see how he couldn't tell. He was one of them people, he was chronically online making weird shit.
Good morning, faggot!
He worked at McDonald's for a while. I thought that was the top for him. But then he went to uni and did some films. Some shit films. Although it did look like he was trying.
One of the Democratic Unionist Party's many demands is to bring back the Orange Walk. However, it's in areas where it could potentially cause a lot more violence and contention. What do you think about this?
Helped out with a few, mainly the getting involved ones. That was painful. He presented these films. It was his weird ideas to get the youth involved in politics. Ross made himself the centre of these films.
My name is Ross Owen, and I'm calling for young people in Scotland to become politically engaged.
He really shouldn't have, but it was innocent enough. The films had to be about him. Ross, Ross, Ross. I didn't really think he would go far in the filmmaking, so I don't really give a shit. I'm just helping out a friend with the film.
Before I even really knew who he was, you know, the story goes back quite a few years, but he was kind of like me in a way, but he had what I was lacking. He had that motivation. But with that motivation, he did a lot of things wrong.
He went to America, his favourite place, Humboldt County. He came back, all dapper Dan, massive ego. And after he got back, he made The Ghoul Stool, possibly the most racist film ever made.
My name is Dr. Hugh Jennings.
It was to impress somebody. I don't know who the fuck that's going to be impressing. People didn't really respond to that film. They didn't really like it, and yeah, he didn't like that they didn't like it. He sort of disappeared for a while.
Little old me always said never again would I work with him, but little old me worked with him time and time again, even on the Ghost though that really was the last time, especially after what happened to Scott.
Let's go. Wipe the mouth, Scott.
guess I should have listened to Ross's friends. I mean, it was all there. I don't know why I didn't. Well, my inspiration was always my teacher, Mr. Brown. He was college professor, filmmaker. He taught me a lot of what I know and use today in my projects. He was always an amazing teacher. I really respected him. And we go into class, and the first thing we always did was watch clips from films. And it was weird because he would always ask me for suggestions. He actually thought that I had pretty good taste in movies, which was kind of reassuring. We'd spend the first 20 or so minutes of the class watching these clips, and then he'd let me talk about them and talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. And I don't know, it was kind of nice to feel validated in my own perspective of the art for him. So I really respected him a lot. But when I quit filmmaking, something changed.
The world of film is all about misdirection, taking you somewhere else. Horror films are the best example. They're trying to make you think that it's not going to be scary. It's not going to be scary. I taught in my class about the Hawthorne effect and what it is, how people act a certain way when the camera is in the room. The camera picks up not the truth, but it picks up what the cameraman wants us to see. It's an instrument of deception. It's a tool for propaganda. And its main thing that it picks up is the cosmic darkness that is within us. Complete misdirection of plot and twist and summary. It's all a misdirect. It's a misdirection. You know, a Mr. XYZ. The faculty panel recommended firing after hearing testimony about his behavior that included angry outbursts, repeated unprofessional emails, and threatening statements to colleagues. I gave some good years of my life to that school, and all I got was a sweatshirt. Woohoo! Sure, I know who I am. My pronouns are I, me, thou, thy, this. Your Majesty will work. See, the thing is, film distorts reality. It doesn't capture the true essence of the self. It takes the person and it twists it around. You get a negative, hold on. The negative shows the reverse of reality, but the negative is dark. We all wear masks because we're afraid to show who we really are. Yeah. Hey, Jay. Fucking loser. What are you, Jay? Huh? I tell you, fucker. You fucking did this. You did this to me, you fucking piece of shit. Because you can't make film? You're a fucking genius. You should be making films. Goddamn piece of goddamn. Jay, you son of a bitch. You fucked me, okay? And if I ever see you, I will tear you a new one. And you can use that hole and you can sell it on the street.
I can't tell you how fucking stressful that was for me. He wouldn't stop harassing me or my crew, and the videos just they just kept getting stranger and stranger until it was terrible. I wanted it to stop. It just wouldn't stop. And that was it. I mean, even before that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a break. But that was the end. I was done with films after that. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't take that harassment. I couldn't imagine how much worse it would have been if I would have kept going. So I just cut it off.
Okay, let me just get this. Let's see if I can get this. Sorry. Hello. Hello, Jay. Can you hear me?
Hey, man. I can hear you. Looking pretty relaxed there. Are you in bed?
I'm just in bed because I've been a bit under the weather, bro, so just kind of propped the laptop up in front of me. Just tell you a bit about me. A bit like you, I did videos back in the day. I started a channel called Fedora of Ties, which was like really subversive channel, sort of like Filthy Frank. Which I played a character called Wretched Ross, and my white friend Mark played a black man called Jamal. Yeah, your videos were the shit. They like inspired Fedora of Ties. They really, really inspired me. All the ones I've seen with you, your brother Franklin, who you credited and was in a few of them, and your friend Curtis. Interesting guys. I can just tell that they've got an energy to them that's unbeknownst to you. So what are you up to these days? Is it Humboldt Live you work at?
I mainly do scheduling, programming stuff, but I just pick what's going to be shown, pretty much.
Yeah, I thought it was to do with scheduling. I submitted a film a while back to Humboldt Live called The Ghoul Stool. Yeah, but it wasn't played.
I'm not sure why it wasn't played.
You should watch it. It's really, really interesting. I think if you do watch it, maybe we won't even have to make this film, because you'll be like, ah, shit, he already made that. We ain't gonna top it.
Sure. Yeah, no, I'll watch it at some point, man. I promise. Yeah, the Kelby case seems pretty crazy. I mean, I'm a little bit confused about it, but...
Well, I sent you the website, a couple videos about it, or one video about it I sent you, that got really good feedback, so... You know, it's important.
I'm intrigued, for sure. Why do you want to do this now?
I just want you to work with Franklin and Curtis again, and just cook gold, you know, cook gold together, but with me this time.
Cook gold? And so why are we making this, Ross? What's the end game here? I mean,
catch and expose someone who did something awful to someone else. This person could even be in blissful ignorance that they did anything wrong, but I mean, they did take people's lives, so I don't know how, unless they're a true sociopath, but you're not a sociopath, Jay. If you did something wrong, you would know it.
So how'd you end up getting the money for this film?
I had someone called Scott help out. You know, he might become important later. Like, very important later. I've even been filming stuff for this film for quite a while now, getting interviews from my friends.
Have you been interviewing your friends for this?
You ever know how they could be somewhat related to the perpetrator? You know, they could have insider knowledge on the perpetrator of this. But without Scott and Mr. X, there would be no film right now that we're about to make and embark on. You and me and Franklin. And maybe Curtis. And maybe your girlfriend, Izzy.
Mr. X? Did I even mention Izzy?
Yeah, you mentioned her in an email before. That's how I know about Izzy. Anyway, I'm gonna get packed. I know it's a few months before I come, but maybe you can just edit this together to make it seem as though I'm leaving for the airport right now. Dude. My man, Jay.
Hey.
It's me.
Yeah, I know it's you. Guys,
Bring it in.
This is Ross, brother Franklin, buddy Curtis, girlfriend Izzy. Yeah.
Good to see you again, guys. Curtis. Is it Curtis? His name is.
Nice to meet you.
I've got a lot
Get retarded.
I didn't realize how much he was playing it up for the camera, and truth be told, the signs for what was happening were just like, we're all there.
You're not a sociopath, Jay. If you did something wrong, you would know it.
And here I was, completely oblivious to everything. You know, like I was just left out of some part of the narrative.
One thing I think would be really good is when we're like talking about the case or just showing B-roll or whatever, is just to have some like deep quotes over it.
Sure.
You know, like just things that mean something.
Just a tad bit, little bit more toward you again, toward the deck. Yeah, that's good.
What if I do this?
I mean, it looks kind of weird because your arm's around long ways.
I've got a long arm.
Okay. I mean, it looks like a beer can if you have it the other way too, if you don't want to hold it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, there. That's plenty.
And we're like facilitating a conversation.
Okay. Who are you interviewing after this?
I don't know, Jay. I heard the wind earlier.
Okay. What do we fucking? I heard the wind earlier.
You know, Jay, sometimes I think the wind whistles the names of those who live and howls the names of those who've died. Howls the names of those who've died. And that's what kind of convinced me that I need to solve this case.
Eureka is a sleepy town in Humboldt County, California, placed more like a memory from the ambience of the subconscious than a real town. Marjorie Smith was the town psychiatrist who lived with her husband and 3 kids just outside Eureka in a small area in the Redwoods forest called Kelby Resort. She knew all of the town's dark secrets through her sessions with the various residents. In the spring of '93, it appeared she knew too much, as she and her whole family were found brutally slain on the morning of the 13th of March. How peculiar. How peculiar. It was a brutal slaying that would have otherwise prompted a manhunt for the killer with a deep investigation. But this is Eureka we're talking about, the salty spittoon of corruption. The murder was quickly covered up, like nothing had ever happened. The cabin was torn down along with the rest of the Kelby resort. It was almost like it never happened. Years later, some true crime enthusiasts, desperate to solve the case, found a sign that read, Mr. X was here. Who was Mr. X? Was he a resident uncomfortable with a Gabby Town psychiatrist knowing his secrets and afraid she was going to spill the beans? Was it a prank? Or was Mr. X really behind the murders after all? It boggles the mind.
Pretty fucked up case.
Yeah.
What do you think? Juicy?
I mean, it's something.
Yeah? It's pretty violent, isn't it? You're from here. You and Franklin are both from here, and fucking Curtis on the roof.
He does that. He's just checking for leaks.
Or he doesn't want to be on camera and be incriminated.
This crime he kept bringing up seemed really, I don't know, it was really suspicious all the way through. I mean, none of us had ever heard about it. It just sort of appeared out of thin air.
There is evidence that this happened and that it was covered up by, I don't know if it was someone called Mr. X or whatever, but that's what we were trying to find out.
The part that really stuck out for me was this Mr. X character. Kind of like something from a bad movie. One of Ross's films, maybe.
This is like 40 years ago. How have we not heard of this? Like, this should be in like all the books and everything.
Cover up. That's fucked up, isn't it? Like, it's fucked up. If you had someone who was murdered that was in your family, you'd want someone to be like, alright, I'm going to actually solve this.
Yeah.
It might have been 40 years ago, but I've got some leads.
I mean, there was a website, and there was a video on the case. Only one, though, which probably should have drawn more suspicion, especially with the quality of the video.
The Minor Killer. A killer minor who kills minors. Was Obama behind the Max Headroom incident? The Stepfather Killer. A father who murdered his son's new stepfather. Who really killed baby Anne? Was it you? We've all heard of child sex rings, but have you heard of the child sex ring run by Ricky Gervais? Oh no, you can't have sex with children anymore. Oh no. Did a banned Ed, and Eddie episode really convince Jensen Pryor to take the life of his least favourite dork? The disappearance of Sarah Terrell, a woman with elephantitis whose body was never found. She was ugly when she was alive. God knows how she looks now.
Izzy really hated him. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. She tried so many times to get him to stop whatever he was doing. I thought she was just trying to be protective. You know, him and Franklin got on really well. It was kind of weird. It was almost like Ross was my replacement somehow. Like, oh, this person is going to make films with me now. I can just latch onto him and follow him around like a little puppy dog. It didn't feel great, honestly. Maybe I was a little bit jealous, but still, I didn't care enough to... Well, I guess I did care. Because if I didn't care, none of this would have happened. The two of them had a really good relationship. It reminded me of us in... I sound old, but the good old days, you know, back when we were actually making stuff. And the two of them got along till the very end. The very bitter end.
Franklin's fucking up for it. He's not. He's done way less than you when it comes to film, and he's up for it.
If he's up for it, then
Be a fucking brother to Franklin.
That's fine. I know.
I legitimately want you, your brother Franklin, and Curtis. I fucking want those guys. Do you know why?
So you want us. We don't necessarily want you. You're the one that's doing the convincing right now. That's the whole point.
I came all the way. I already fucking convinced you before. You were up for it before, but now you're talking to Miss.
I don't feel like you're gonna help people doing this, really. I think you're gonna unearth shit that people have tried to forget about, honestly. You know. If it's real, that is.
I don't know why you don't think it's real.
This is a 40-year-old case.
And
Normally it has more coverage than that.
Yeah.
It's the 40-year-old virgin of cases because it's never been touched.
Oh, God.
So I've never had a lot of friends. Surprised? Jay's someone I've always wanted to work with. And Franklin and Curtis.
Yeah.
Whatever he may be. Because Jay, your videos like really fucking inspired me. Like fucking ridiculous amount. What you did with your videos really fucking was awesome.
He must have some low standards, man.
You've seen my videos, yeah? The ones I sent on.
I mean,
alright, so you didn't watch them.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know.
You remember Mr. Brown from Humboldt State? I used to study in Humboldt State when I was doing like a year abroad. Remember Mr. Brown?
Yeah, he was a film teacher. What about him?
We both knew Mr. Brown. And
Yeah.
Mr. Brown was my film teacher for a bit. Because I'm sure you're aware, Jay, because I've seen his videos too, he went a bit fucking loopy. Remember those videos?
I don't. Yeah, I remember him.
I know they're very
What the
traumatic.
What the fuck?
Jay, you actually remember, got on the phone here, just for the storytelling of this film.
Yeah.
When we first met.
What, on the Zoom call, like a couple weeks ago?
You know, when I was studying here at Humboldt State University, a couple of guys let me know where you were one night, and you were
really freaky, dude.
You were at the Lost Coast Brewery. Do you remember? It's gonna be a big day for me, guys. Hopefully, a big day. Meeting the man himself today. One of the reasons I came out to Humboldt County. Get to see Jay Tilghman. Soon. Oh god. Hi, excuse me. Sorry. Are you Jay?
Yeah.
My name's Ross. I'm filmmaker from Scotland. Big fan.
Hey.
Sorry, I know I'm filming. It's just myself I'm filming. You're not on camera.
Oh, okay.
Is that all right?
That's fine.
Sorry, they call me the Great White Dope Me because I'm one part the Fuhrer and one part the Pope. You know, like the blood. Sorry, that's awkward. Can I show you my stuff? I came all the way from Scotland.
You got him on your phone?
Well, I'm recording.
Oh, well, okay.
Can oh, sorry, I'm filming you.
Yeah, I mean, it's cold out here, man.
Can you,
I'm good.
yeah, can you sit in the car?
Okay.
Sorry.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. What'd you say it was?
Fedora of Ties.
Fedora of Ties?
Yes. I got it.
Okay. What in the room?
I came all the way from Scotland, bro. I'm not just to see you, 'cause that'd be really weird. But I just thought I'd show you, because I know you don't do videos anymore. People have been telling me you kind of stopped.
Yeah, we're sort of getting out of it, you know. We're
No, but
you
have talent, and I think I could collaborate with you and bring something.
Just back off a little bit, okay?
I know, but
we gotta go. We can't deal with this right now.
my name is Ross. Call me that, okay? If you're gonna, I don't like this dude stuff.
No.
I just want to work with you on something because I think it'd be really dope.
We gotta just fuck off, please. Come on. I don't want to yell. I don't want to yell at you. I don't have to yell at you. Come on.
All right,
Get
just.
out of the fucking way.
I'm not in the way. I'm by the side. Listen.
No, man, this is crazy. Like, you need to get out of the road. You need to get out of the parking lot. And you need to go
Fucking
home.
man, I'll talk to your
back
fucking
to
brother.
Scotland. Go the fuck back to Scotland.
Please, I want to make a film impress you. Come on, please.
Make a film out of your stool, you fucking fool.
No, it's a filter. But it's how I'm feeling. It's how I'm really feeling. I'm not saying never meet your heroes, because he wasn't my hero. But I'm gonna be his hero. next time he sees me, he'll say my name. He'll remember it. I don't know if I'm going to post this or anything. I don't know if it's worth it, but you'll see this one day. Hi, Jay.
No, I don't remember that. I'm sorry. I don't know. We probably were just hanging out, having a few drinks and stuff, and not just another night.
Maybe Franklin's and Curtis remember me, but it's alright if you don't, because after this film, Jay, extend the hand, buddy.
No. No.
I know you didn't remember me, that's fine. But I said to you that night, I'm going to make a film.
Yeah.
Can you watch it and air on his Access Humble you work for? It's called The Ghoul Stool. So you didn't watch it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So that legitimately is perfect, because it gives me a good reason to be here. If you'd cared in the past, maybe we wouldn't even be making this film. Maybe we'd be doing something else.
Okay. I mean, I don't know why you're here then, if you just...
I just watch that film.
Okay, I told you, when I have time, I'll watch it. We'll both watch it. Sure.
Alright, cool.
Alright, we'll do it. Alright. I'm gonna get another beer.
No. We'll do it, but I don't want to touch you.
I'm going to use Pexels. You heard of Pexels? It's just a stock footage site, like Shutterstock or whatever, for videos. And we're obviously going to be... It's a true crime doc, so what's really important that we do is just get some of these, just to throw in the edit and stuff, so it looks a bit more professional than what you could film. You're probably going to be too fucked up, or too, wow, that's fucking mental, to even get your camera out to film the police coming. If you forget to film the police once we uncover everything, not if, when, just use these things from Pexels, alright?
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah, well, I mean, sure.
And I know you're not much of a fan of watching stuff that I've shot, old buddy, old pal, because it's not for you. A Ghoul Stool. But my friends basically filmed themselves talking about me for us to include in the documentary. But there's some stuff in that videos that I think will help you a lot. Especially the Ghoul Stool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be really important for you to watch the Ghoul Stool. Okay. If you had watched the Ghoul Stool already, Jay, things would be different right now.
I really didn't like what I saw of Ross's stuff, but watching all this back, I just feel really stupid. I kept saying that true crime docs needed to have lots of twists. Definitely full of that. Then we were off to some place called Kelby. It was an old resort, or what was left of it anyways. The experience was just as I had expected. Ross and Franklin got along fine, but Ross was always trying to push my buttons.
No, you know what? I'm done. No, I'm done. That was it. I said that was the last straw, and I'm done. Franklin, come on.
I'd never heard of this place, and I'd never heard of Mr. X, but at the time I was just curious to find out what was really going on. It was good. I'm not gonna lie, there was some fun to it. When I think back to those memories, they're good. Sounds weird, but, we genuinely had fun making films as kids. I know I sometimes seem miserable when I talk about it, but making films with him and Curtis, was definitely something special to me. Some of the best memories I have. It was really interesting. Of course, I thought something was up. I'm not fucking stupid, but for as reasonable as Ross was sometimes, it was pretty chill. Minus the interviews.
Fuck up! I'm so fucking tired!
I told you get out and yet you're still freaking here.
Did your father commit the murders?
They definitely were a bad representation of people that lived in this part of Humboldt. They didn't make anything seem normal.
I'll go get the milk.
All of them.
Did your father kill somebody in the caddy cabins?
Fuck no.
Did your father kill somebody in the caddy
Ross,
cabins?
come on.
Shut the fuck up! I'm so fucking tired of people being like this about my fucking father! I love my father. He never would fucking do it. Just fucking leave me the fuck alone. Okay?
Did he kill someone in the caddy cabins?
No! For fuck's sake!
One last time. Did he kill someone in the caddy cabins?
You know what? Fuck if I know. Sure, maybe. If you leave me fuck alone. Sure.
So we got our answer, Jay.
It's the Squims.
Insanely over the top.
We're okay. I got them on the track line.
So, I'm here today with another Keddy resident, this time Angus. Nice to meet you, Angus.
People you just avoid.
You heard of the Squatch? Natural enemy of the Squatch is the Squims. Don't fear me, boy. You just be nice and hold still.
Do you know who committed those murders?
I smell the scent of insinuation.
I've already accused other people of doing it that I've met, but
you didn't accuse Angus of doing it, did you, Ross?
Do you want me to accuse? Just say it to the camera. Say it to Franklin's camera that you did the murders.
Franklin, cut it.
No. This is good footage, Jay.
You want to know who did the murders? I'll tell you how the murders happened. The people came, they got into my mine track. My mine track was not a place to which they were accustomed or belonged around to be. So you could say it was me, you could say it was they. I say they, not me. You see?
I am loving this.
Let's go. I'm done.
I was always suspicious, but Franklin made me keep going.
Let's go, you guys.
This guy's perfect.
No. Every single time.
Everything he says is a lie. I came out here thinking that this would be something different. Now Franklin is... he's falling for all this. These are real people that we're talking about, not some fairy tale story. These are people's lives he's playing with.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I should have known. They were all actors.
I'm 23 years old, and I'm a resident here.
And not good actors.
Frankly, I don't trust the government at all, and that's why I'm out here.
No one in this documentary was part of the case at all. They were all actors. I should have known. Ross was just trying to make an entertaining film. You don't do that with true crime docs. You don't hire actors.
Ross? They were fucking actors, weren't they? All of them. Every single one. They were fucking actors. Who? This is not how you make documentary films. This is some drama shit. This is not real life.
But we're
not at all.
Were the interviews?
No. I'm done.
Answer me.
No. I'm done.
Were the interviews entertaining?
I should have just left then. Watching this back now, yeah, I should have left. But, I couldn't leave him alone with Franklin. I guess, I couldn't leave Franklin alone with him. Yeah. Sure, I'm an idiot for going back. Little did I know, this exact moment in the film is what Ross fucking wanted. The lie revealed trope was exactly what he was going for. Everything up till then was intentional. I just couldn't see it.
This is not good journalism.
I'm not asking that. Were they entertaining? Like, if you were watching it, would you be like...
No, they weren't. It was cringy. It was terrible. It was fake. It was a lie.
But you believed it.
No, I didn't believe it. Every single second of it. The moment those people opened their mouths, I knew something was wrong.
No, wait.
Franklin, we're gonna leave.
No, you're not. We've got one more interviewee, right? It's a girl not too far. Okay.
For what? For a fake story?
Yes, for a fake story, but just do this. Just do this for me, please.
Why me? Why me? What does it matter that I'm here? What, because you couldn't find anybody else for cheap? Is that what?
Okay, wait. We're doing the interview, last one. It's the last one we've got to do, and if you don't think it's right, you can just leave.
I realized how dumb I was for going along with all this. It's hard to watch over all this footage now.
Nice to meet you, Jules. Alright, so let's see.
Like the gem.
Like the gem. Let's see the crown jewels then.
Yes.
Alright. So, Jules.
That's me.
What do you know about these murders?
You know what? I sure as fuck did. I murdered 2 people.
Four.
I used this stool here, and I threatened them. Oh, I threatened them so hard, and they didn't believe me.
Jules, put it down.
They didn't
Jules, put it
believe
down.
She was fucking terrible.
Not bad.
It was... That was an audition? Like,
yeah.
What?
We don't include every person in the film who auditions. So we'll just try another person. We'll just find another actor. So what we'll do is, I'll put out some more feelers.
No, you know what? I'm done. No, I'm done. That was it. I said that was the last straw, and I'm done. Franklin, come on. Let's go.
I don't know.
No, let's go. Come on.
Seems Franklin's maybe staying with me.
Franklin. Let's go. Turn the camera off and let's get out.
I think it'll work.
See? It can work. Franklin believes in me. Franklin believes in the project.
I don't care.
He believed in it from the start.
You coming or not? This is your last chance. I'm fucking leaving both of you here.
You don't need to film right now. I'm just doing the dishes.
I know we already talked about it, but I wanted to bring something up with you, and I know it's not like the best time. You know, Ross and Franklin are alone right now, and you know, God knows what the fuck they're doing. I really think you should go back. I don't trust him.
Yeah, and I don't trust him either. I don't see the point anymore.
What about Franklin?
Yeah, he's my brother, but still, he's an adult. He can deal with his own problems.
I don't know why Izzy wanted me to go back so desperately. I caught them both arguing during a break when we were back in Eureka. I didn't know what it was about, but after that, Izzy really wanted me to keep going with Ross. I shouldn't have believed it. I should have known that it was all going to be bullshit, but I didn't like him working alone with Franklin. I could have used all this footage to string together a hit piece on Ross. It's like I wanted more of Ross. Fuck, that's something I never thought I would say. The infamous Larry. For some reason, I still had faith that Ross was trying to do something right. this didn't even seem to be about the Kelby murders anymore. I honestly felt he was remorseful, maybe, about what he did. And he wanted to interview Larry because he was the victim of a bad documentary too. At that point, I must have still had some faith left in Ross, because I went along with it, but not anymore.
Can you tell me a bit about yourself?
I'm 3 times your age, and I've been in one form of incarceration or another about 4 years maybe, all told.
Can I ask you, what's your favorite crime that you committed?
Well, getting away with it is a great crime. One day you're the predator, and next day you're the game.
Oh, interesting. If you could commit your fantasy crime, something you've always wanted to do to somebody, and you could get away with it, what would it be?
I'd sure like to get that fucker who made that documentary on me. And, you know, I wouldn't want to be that person if I knew who they were.
This interview was weird. A lot weirder than the rest, and Larry seemed to have it out for Franklin.
Okay. What about Franklin here? What do you think would be the easiest way to kill someone like him?
Franklin?
Look at him.
I'd rather not.
This one really didn't feel scripted. Not at all. Ross kept steering the conversation to Franklin.
In my fantasy, what would be the best way to kill Franklin?
Yeah. Not to say that you would actually kill Franklin, but if, you know, if you had time.
You don't think filleting is good?
He looks very filleable, I'll give you that. Yeah. I think filleting Franklin would be good.
He would call this foreshadowing, I guess. He was making entertainment, after all.
Would you be up to do it if...
Would I personally be up to doing it? We're just describing a fantasy.
Okay. So this isn't something you would really do just in your head?
I don't know. It's a fantasy.
The interview was definitely intense.
They drove like drunken Indians might, laughing and joking before a large Ford pickup with a gun rack and 3 cowboy hats visible past us on a hairpin, which incensed our tribal trio. Chief Joseph or Geronimo driving floored it, caught up with these disrespectful cowpokes, while Crazy Horse or Raging Buffalo, riding shotgun, rolled down his window and wrapped a baseball bat across the truck's windshield. At a mighty highfalutin speed for a country road around midnight, as another good day to die lapsed into the next.
Those were excellent. I really liked them.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, your little plan. To paint the town red, you and I. It was really actually cool meeting you the other day, huh? You know, it's fucking awesome. So yeah, let's meet, discuss the plan, and yeah, just see what happens. Fucking do it, man. Just a way to meet a good friend. We're gonna get up to some mayhem and mischief.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good time.
You may have met this friend before.
Ross, of course, wanted me to hear this conversation. It was that moment that I realized something was wrong.
I swear he wants me to follow him. He just took off running. I don't know where he's going, but...
I was in too deep. I didn't say anything. And why? Well, haven't you realized? just wanted to play along at this point. I wanted a good opportunity to expose Ross, but I kind of waited too long.
He's planning something with this shady bastard, I just know it.
I mean, Anne, we've talked about it. Just fucking go with it. You're getting something out of it, right?
I'm saying that. This is dangerous. Like, could potentially be a real murderer.
I mean, what are the chances he's just an actor? The other ones were fucking actors. This dude's faking everything. He really could just be acting. I mean, would you really put it past Ross to make some fake shit on the fucking internet? I mean...
He's done some bad things in the past, I know he has.
Well, you were just discussing the past, and I mean, he clearly finds him fascinating. I mean, he's probably planning a doc on him. Maybe it's separate. It just feels like you're making excuses to just not make this film.
For fuck's sake, Izzy, just open your eyes, please. It's
I mean,
obvious.
why are you gotta worry so fucking much? I mean, I just feel like you're making excuses to not make the fucking film. I mean, you're cooking gold here, really.
Cooking gold? What are you talking about?
And just cook gold, you know, cook gold together, but with me this time.
We were on our way to the beach. Ross said he found a new lead on the Kelby case, someone who potentially could help us uncover the identity of Mr. X. It actually seemed like a nice day. Then, of course, it all went to shit.
All right, guys. I think here would be good.
Okay.
He's gonna meet us here?
Well, around this area, I guess. So, so yes, we've actually we're about to meet with someone who may or may not know the identity of Mr. X. And he told us to meet us here because one of the bodies of the children was actually found here. Microphone's in that bag, by the way.
No, I don't see him. Did you put him in here?
I think so.
Put him in the car?
Yeah, that's shit. What was it, like 5 minutes to the car?
Not too far.
Alright. Franklin, we'll walk over that way. You guys get a shot of us walking over the dunes?
Yeah.
Might look a bit ominous.
Come on, guys. I don't want to be here all day.
No, it won't.
Let's make it quick.
Go, run.
I don't think they're coming back. It's been a while.
Do we even put the mics in the bag or in the car?
I think so.
I don't even remember seeing them put them in the car. I just don't want to be out here all day.
Yeah.
Like the...
Oh. There he is.
Why are you running? What happened?
Oh, God!
We fucking got Franklin. His phone.
Who grabbed it?
I don't know. They were muscly.
Why are you filming this?
Oh shit. Okay. Just wait. Give them a few seconds to get out. Give them. Here's the phone. Stay. Fuck off.
Hello.
Franklin's disappearance was a big deal. I mean, search parties, helicopters, dogs, everything. But he just vanished. And Ross, too. I knew he had done something to Franklin. I didn't care what anyone had told me. Franklin just disappeared into thin air and he wasn't behind it? It's impossible. I just had to prove it. I wasn't making this doc about the Kelby murders anymore. I was making this doc to find my brother and expose Ross for who he really was. But I had Izzy to thank for getting me back into shape and working on this with me. I had a hard time figuring out where to start, but she knew.
It's called the Ghoul Stool. Especially the Ghoul Stool. I think that'd be really important.
for you to watch The Ghost Stool. If you had watched The Ghost Stool already, Jay, things will be different right now.
The liberals love and celebrate more because it's scary. There's one familiar face and smile on it and say hello, Humboldt County.
How's this here? If you don't drink really, answer me that. Now
I don't know why it took me so long. I guess I just fucking hated Ross's work so far, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. But from the very beginning, he'd been telling me to watch it. I couldn't have imagined how awful it really was. Why did he make this video? It seemed like it was to impress me, but there was something I was supposed to be looking for. Could this film give me the answers to what happened to Franklin? I didn't know what to fucking look for, but Izzy knew, and it was strange. She knew exactly what to look for. She got the investigation going. She got the plot moving forward. Is that actually a phone number?
Yeah.
That's...
I found the phone number. Look, what if there's other shit? What if there's other things?
Like what? An email? Fucking P.O. box? What else would be in there?
You think there'd be more in a span of 2 hours, okay? I'm looking. You don't have to.
Izzy told me to call the number. She thought it was a clue. In fact, she knew it was a clue. At the time, I didn't know that she knew. So I called the number. That's when I met Sierra.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
How do I get this thing to work?
Hi, this is Jay. Can you hear me okay?
Hi, Jay.
Yeah, how do you know Ross?
I used to be my neighbour. He was friends with Mark. He used to get me to appear in things for him. Yeah, he started being a bit mean, though, with the stuff he uploaded. No, don't do that anymore. No, you're making me do stupid things. Stupid! Stop! I've had enough! No, get off! Get off! Get off! Get off! Sorry about that throat cancer. He once made a dementia advert about me. James! James!
It's me, James.
Grandson,
Yeah, it's me. You remember me, Grandma. Come on. We've seen each other so much. I'll take you shopping. Come on. You come with me. Get you a cup of tea. Yeah, that's not my granny. And I'm about to kill her. So look after your elders. Especially the ones with dementia. Or they're going to end up running into someone like me.
Bastard.
Have you seen Ross? Do you know where he is? I've been looking for him.
I don't know where he is.
Yeah, we just watched one of his films, the Ghoul Stool. You know that one? That's how we found your name and your contact info.
The Ghoul Stool. The fucking Ghoul Stool.
Do you know anybody that worked on that film? Anybody we can get in contact with?
I don't know any of the lads. I don't know why he put my phone number on there.
What, is there more to it? Did something else happen?
Oh, poor Scott.
Scott's the chubby guy, right? What happened to him in the film?
It's not my place to say what happened, sweetheart. It's uncomfortable.
Wait, hold on. Do you know anything about these clues? Like all the messages in this film? Like, is there somebody we can talk to about that?
You might need to speak to Matthew, the editor, about that.
How can I reach Matthew? Do you have email, phone number, something?
I'm not sure how you've got a hold of him though. Maybe find his number in the film, like you did for me. I wish I could be more help, sweetheart. Sorry that you had to watch a ghost though. It's a horrible film. Poor Scott. Oh, poor Scott, bless him. Scott didn't deserve that. I know you're trying to figure out what happened. I know, but I'm sorry, I can't help you, love. I'm so sorry, love.
Sarah made me realize how deeply rooted Ross's evil was. The poor woman, she had been through a lot and was exploited by him. He goes after those he can easily break. She was so tragic. She didn't help that much, but she did mention Scott, who would become very important later for all the wrong reasons.
Money for this film? I had someone called Scott help out. You know, he might become important later. Like, very important later.
Izzy had the bright idea of going back to the beach to look for more clues, though the police and I and everyone else had scoured every piece of sand in that godforsaken place. But she thought it would make good footage, so we went back. And while we were at the beach, somehow Izzy stumbled across something that even the police couldn't find. Ross's phone.
Why is it still charged? Why does it still have battery?
That's when I realized Ross had an insider.
There's a bunch of messages on here from somebody called the C-Man.
Somebody keeping an eye on me. Keeping an eye on all of us. But most of the texts were about me, which was really strange. Someone in the group seemed to be working with Ross. Someone close to the group, someone that was always there, but, you know, always watching.
Is that Curtis?
It could be.
These are messages about Franklin. All sent on the day that we were here. Did he put this here, like, recently?
Maybe.
Are you filming again?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe Curtis was involved. That bastard. I gave him a real earful and he just remained calm the whole time. He denied any involvement, but those texts, I swear, it proved he was part of a bigger picture. That fucking bastard. I'd never felt so angry or betrayed in my whole life.
Your friend Curtis. Interesting guys. I mean, I haven't really spoke to them before, but I can just tell that they've got an energy to them that's unbeknownst to you.
I don't even know how to talk about this. Curtis is dead. They're saying he committed suicide. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. That was probably rock bottom for me. I lost my best friend, my brother. and couldn't find anything.
Curtis's death was painful. They say he jumped off a cliff by Samoa Beach, but the fall didn't kill him. And in fact, people said that when he hit the sand from that 75-foot fall, his body just got up due to the adrenaline running through his veins. He just screamed like a Spartan roar, ran into the water despite his legs being broken. He drowned himself, and his body to this day has never been found. All those secrets drowned with him. Again, as much as I despised it, we went back to the ghoul stool. It never made any sense to me, but Izzy knew something. She had to see it again, and she could read through the lines of madness. I was worried about how good she was able to decipher these messages, but we were able to find our next lead. The man who compiled the ghoul stool together, Ross's editor, Matt.
I really couldn't believe it when I saw him. Ross's manipulation and trickery, it knows no bounds. How deep does it go? Who is involved with him? How long has he been planning this stuff? I needed to know.
Hello, Jay. My name's Matt.
Wait, you're Matt? What the fuck?
And I am, or I was, Ross's editor for Getting Involved, and the ghoul stool.
Look, I really need your help. My brother's missing. I don't know what to do. Can you explain like how you know Ross? What how you're connected with him?
So I first met Ross at uni, and at first he was alright. We were in a couple of the same classes. He was interested in making films, like me too. So I just kind of worked out. But then, like, the more I got to know him, the more I felt like I didn't actually really know him. Depending on who he was with, he was a completely different person. So like, he'd be like a film snob one day, and then he'd be like a theatre kid the other. Then he'd just be like a socialist. Like, I remember he decided he was a communist at one point. And like, the only thing that was ever consistent was just that he was a dick.
You guys did true crime videos?
So we did keep in touch for a bit after uni, right? So he was paying me, right? I would be his editor, he'd give me money. And these videos, like these fake crime videos,
they were all fake?
I didn't really think much of it. It was just like, it's a job, it's a bit of fun, I get to act instead of just edit, so cool. And it was going fine up until the Kelby murders one. After that, he just said, nah, it's off. It's just like none of it anymore.
The Kelby murders one was fake too, right?
Doesn't exist. Nothing. None of that is true. That was all Ross. Completely. Like, I didn't write the scripts. He wrote every single thing there.
Do you know why he did any of this?
Probably just to make you think it was real.
What do you know about the ghoul stool?
He made the ghoul stool after he came back from California for some sort of competition. He had me add lots of subliminal messaging in there. That's how you found my phone number. It was uncomfortable editing it. Fuck knows how it was to film it.
Do you know anybody else that can possibly help me with this? Tracking down Ross?
I can put you in touch with Mark. His email and phone number is somewhere in the film, but to save you time having to watch that shit, I'll just message it over.
Thanks for your time, I guess. I appreciate it. It was somewhat helpful. I managed to get in touch with Mark. I didn't find any answers about Franklin, but I did learn a little bit more about Ross. Hey, Mark, this is Jay. I got your number from Matt. I'm working with Ross and some really bad shit happened and...
I could have told you, it's always a risk working with Ross. I don't want to be in a documentary about Ross. I want to make that clear.
You know, man, I have to ask you about the ghoul stool.
No one talks about the ghoul stool now, mate. Why are you so interested in it?
I just know it's important to figuring out whatever riddle Ross has come up with.
If you think this is leading you to Ross, sorry, but you're an idiot. I don't see how.
I really think it's the key to figuring out where Ross went and why he did what he did.
Honestly, he probably just wants you to watch it.
You should watch it. It's really, really interesting. I think if you do watch it, maybe we won't even have to make this film, because you'll be like, ah, shit, he already made that. We ain't gonna top it. A ghoul stool.
There's gotta be something more to it than that. I swear.
Are you still making this documentary that he started?
No, it's something totally different. It has nothing to do with his documentary.
Why the fuck? Oh shit, yeah. Find your brother. Even if you do think this documentary is about solving whatever happened to your brother, it's still going to end up about Ross. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just wanting you to make a film about him. It won't be about the victim. It never fucking is. Look, he's probably made you think there's some grand clue in the ghoul stool that'll solve everything. That's why you've been studying it, getting in contact with us, studying all the symbols and shit. He's just making you watch it and get obsessed with one of his fucking films.
I think that I just have this feeling that Scott has a major part to play in this, and I need to talk to him.
Scott isn't the clue. Scott is not well, no thanks to Ross.
Just tell me what happened to Scott. Like, everybody's been talking like something drastic happened to him, and nobody's told him what's going on.
Ross was being Ross. That's what happened on set. You can contact Scott. You'll find out what kind of person Ross is, and figure out if you want to carry on making this film. I've got Scott's number. You can call him, but don't bother him too much, fuck's sake. I think Ross already got me to film something for this film. I am not filming anymore. He got me to film myself, talking about him for some... And hey, I was honest, so I didn't say anything good about it. You need to be careful when you work with Ross. Don't I fucking know it. He is an idiot, but most school shooters are idiots. Do you not have this interview recorded earlier?
I do have him. I haven't watched him yet.
Did you watch anything Ross gave you?
No, we never finished the film. I didn't bother going through that footage.
Ross, what am I talking about here? Did you do something really bad in the US, or... Well, if you did, then this whole situation could have been avoided, because you would have said, I am not working with that fucking maniac.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I should have watched those videos, but I just hadn't watched anything that he made because I just wasn't interested. I was more interested in the case that we were putting together, the footage we were getting, that I just hadn't had time to watch them.
I wasn't really surprised. I mean, I kinda was, but the signs were all there. Ross, what the fuck did you do? Yeah, sorry, Ross, what is this? I don't understand this.
Okay,
What did you do?
You've been interviewing your friends for this.
You never know how they could be somewhat related to the perpetrator. You know, they could have insider knowledge on the perpetrator of this.
It was all right there, right in front of me. The videos said Ross did something bad, or was going to do something bad. Ross literally told me what to do, and I didn't. I'm a fucking idiot.
We talked to Scott, and it was just terrible what had happened to him.
What happened to you? Nobody's really told me what's going on.
Brain doesn't work anymore.
Your brain doesn't work anymore?
I don't know if I've got the same brain. Every day is a struggle. I'm less than I was. I thought I was simple and had an easy brain. He used to bully me on camera. It was degrading. Hated it. He smacked my belly all the time. It was really sore. and upsetting for me. I felt our friendship was he was making fun of me.
God, that's terrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Scott, can I ask you, I know it might seem like a private question, but what happened during the filming?
He put me under the water for too long when we were filming the Ghoul movie. Other people watched. They said it was an accident. They believed it. They didn't think he'd actually try to drive me.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing from this poor man. I'll summarize it for you, but apparently Ross got some money for his film by drowning Scott during the Ghoul Stool. The Scottish Film Commission gave them the money because they had a disabled person working on the project. He made Scott disabled for money. That sick bastard. That sick bastard.
He was annoyed we didn't get funding because autism didn't count as a disability, so he wouldn't get any extra funds for having a disabled person on the crew. So he tried to make my brain worse and hurt it.
Jesus. Did he seriously? God.
Everyone else still thinks it's him being himself and going too far and accidentally hurting me. But I know that was the reason. He told me later there was nothing I could do about it. He wanted me to know what he can use me for. He told me I helped him so much and he was thankful. Thankful for giving me brain damage.
So abusing you and giving you this disability, that's how he got funding for that film?
Probably, yeah. Paid for flights, food, maybe accommodation. Maybe he had help with his accommodation.
What do you mean by that? Help with accommodation? He stayed with me.
It wasn't his room. It was for someone else that he used the money for. I think he was definitely helping someone out with accommodation. He told me this. He told me some other things about the money, but I forgot. It was like £500. I forget things. Stupid Scott!
Why did he even mention this stuff about the money? What's the deal?
Because he knew you would call.
What do you mean he knew I would call? I'm sure that whatever funding it was couldn't have lasted this long.
I don't know, and I'm not sure who was helping Ross with other funds. It's not all there.
Did you say somebody's helping Ross with other funds? So who's staying in this room? Scott, who's actually living there? Where are we even talking about? Where is this money going?
But it's probably one of his friends he was giving a home to. I'm in a home now.
Do you know if the person that was staying there, his name was Franklin? Does Ross have somebody there named Franklin? Do you know?
He did tell me his name for some reason. And that sounds right. I don't know much more than that. He didn't tell me to say anything else to you other than that. That's all I can remember him telling me.
You've talked to him, like, recently?
That's all he wants me to say.
Scott, is Ross there with you right now? Scott, is Ross there right now? Like, I need to speak with him. Please put him on the phone if he's there.
He said, you'll find out about Franklin soon.
Scott, is Ross there right now?
Hey man, it's me, it's Ross. Hope you're doing well. No, you haven't heard from me in a wee while. And you're probably pretty pissed at me, but...
Yeah, and once we talked to them, it was almost like Ross knew right away. It's like he knew we'd found the hints, found the way to contact his friends.
Finally, you've watched the Ghoul Stool. Awesome. So I'm gonna show up soon. I'll text you a date soon when I'm gonna be in town, and yeah, everything will make sense, brother. Don't you worry.
It's like he finally knew that we had watched one of his films. It was strange.
Hopefully, Izzy's been filming you while I've been away, so got some footage play with in the edit. No police. Christ, no police. Like, not initially, okay? Cheers, man.
Where are we setting up again?
Because Ross is coming.
Really?
Yep, I'm making a documentary about him.
Why?
Because that's what this is all turned into.
Do we really have to?
You don't have to do anything.
Hi.
Alright, Jay. It's... Alright, don't fucking freak out, don't freak out. Just stay calm. We're here to explain everything, okay? Okay? Franklin, I know. I know you're probably going through mixed emotions right now with your brother being alive, so at least be happy he's alive. You want to just begin?
Say what you gotta say, Ross. Get it over with.
I'm going to need more water at some point, but never mind. I just want to make sure I get this right. Because there's a lot here, Jay, that you don't know.
Obviously, yeah, I can see that.
I'm not going to give Ross any more to say. He doesn't deserve that. His plan was pure madness, pure insanity. Here's the rundown. It broke his heart when I showed no interest in his videos and didn't want to work with him. He vowed revenge. He wanted to work with me. But most importantly, he just wanted me to watch one of his films and like it. Curtis and Franklin were upset they didn't do videos with me anymore. They agreed to work with Ross because he'd figured out a way to get me back into filmmaking. Both of them were involved in this horrible scheme, a true crime documentary, a film where I could actually help people. Obviously, it was all a complete lie. There was never a fucking case. He got his friend Matt to read a bunch of fake crimes he created, and it turns out that the Kelby murders were the most popular. The actors being revealed was all planned. Ross thought it was a good story beat. Mark was correct about the ghoul stool. It really was just an excuse to get me to watch one of Ross's films in full. He knew that by the time I'd have contact with Scott, I would have watched it all and deciphered the clues. Franklin agreed to disappear as it was a way to keep me working on the film. His mind was warped by Ross. Curtis committed suicide because he knew it was all over for him. He didn't know that being revealed as a mole was going to be part of the story. Larry, who kidnapped Franklin, was just another actor, and he's dead now too. Ross paid him enough money to fly to Switzerland and get euthanized. He never really knew what Ross was planning. If I had just watched Ross's films beforehand, like the Ghoul Stool, or even just the video of Mark talking about him, none of this would have happened. Ross would have been happy I'd actually watched something of his. My whole life turned upside down for something that barely makes any sense. There were still some questions left unanswered. I know Ross got a grant from the Scottish Film Commission, but how is that enough to house Franklin for a year? Pay to have Larry euthanized? I don't know if I'll ever know that.
You realize you just incriminated yourself on camera, right?
Oh yeah, I know. You did this because of me. I got you to do all this. If you just watched my films from the beginning, you would have fucking known this was going to happen. But we literally told you just to watch my fucking films. And if you'd watched them, You'd have been like, ah, fuck, this guy's a maniac. He's literally got his friends talking about how much of a horrible person he is. I think you really have to take a fucking long, hard look at yourself. Because if you'd just looked at that stuff, none of this would have happened.
You're so lucky these cameras are rolling right now. You know, they're gonna send you to prison. With all the junkies and murderers, they're gonna put you right in there. They're gonna...
Prison. I'm not fucking scared of prison. I'm from Peterhead. I was chiseled by junkies and fucking murderers. So I'm not fucking scared of prison.
You're coming to my house and you're gonna yell at me like that?
You know when the police come? You'll probably forget to film, so just use those fucking videos from Pexels. Right, man. It's Ross. Don't ask how I got a phone. I had to get it through any means possible. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, prison's prison. It's just like, it's prison. Who cares? But anyway, I'm not too sure if everything's been revealed yet, because I don't quite know what part of the story you're on, because obviously I've been incarcerated. Yeah. I'm not Mr. X, by the way. That's still to come. Oh, has he told you that she was involved since the beginning? Yeah.
You were involved the whole fucking time, Izzy?
I don't know. I know it sounds stupid, but I thought it was just a way to get you back into films. I didn't realize how far it was gonna go. And you're so fucking miserable, and I just wanted you to be happy. I'm sorry.
You thought this was a good fucking plan?
I don't know, just everyone was doing it, and they made it seem like it was a good idea, and that they were doing it with good intentions. I was lied to. We were lied to. I didn't know it was meant to go this far.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Like, after all this?
Because he threatened me. He'd find some way to get you to break up with me, and then he'd get me put in jail for everything that he ever did to you. He told me if we watched the Ghost one, I'd guide you through it, and I'd have nothing to worry about. He wouldn't hurt me. I knew exactly what we were looking for the whole time. I'm so sorry.
You know what? Just don't ever fucking speak to me again, okay?
Jay...
I do wonder how my life got to this point. I think I know the answers, but I really don't know what I did to deserve it. I know it started with ignoring Ross and not watching his films or doing my research. I didn't expect it to be like this. I'm a person, a real fucking person on screen, and yes, I'm finishing the doc, but I'm following orders and closing this chapter of my life once and for all. I don't want to be known for this series of events forever. This is the last thing I've got to do, and I'm going to do it. I've got a few people filming me and, closing the book. I don't know what's going to happen to me or what I'm going to find out, but we'll just have to wait and see. Have I learned a lot from this film? No. All I know now is just not to trust anyone ever. And that's not a healthy way to live. But it's how I'm going to have to live from now on.
Well, I've come this far. I guess there's only one more thing to shoot.
Disappeared out of the blue, searched every corner for you. Knife through the back, turned around, saw your eyes, and they were filled with hate. All the problems that we made, you right. You were right, you'll be hurt when I'm done. The scars you made through your escape, I'm hurt. Now that you're done, you were right. You were right, you'll be hurt.
Hey Jay, it's me, it's John. I was told to call you at this time. Your girlfriend Izzy told me to call you at this time under instructions from Ross. Well, I was told to say this really dramatically. I'm Mr. X. I'm just as much behind this as Ross is, unfortunately. Or I was. When I was mentally ill, you know. I'm a lot better now, man. You really couldn't tell I was Mr. X from the videos? Did you watch the videos?
It's all a misdirect, the misdirection. You know, a Mr. Direct, Mr. XYZ.
I was honestly depressed as fuck, and that you gave up filmmaking. Fuck, dude, you were really good, and I just thought the world of you, but you just stopped. Ross was a good kid when I met him back in 2018. He was in my class, made a couple of films for me. Nothing really special, but passable maybe. He was an international student, and he kind of hung around me because, well, no one else really spoke to him. He knew I was your teacher at one point because I showed your videos. We kind of bonded over our love for your videos, and one day he told me how much of a dick you were to him, and that was kind of fucked, dude. Anyway, I did get a small severance package from Humboldt State, and that was something at least. That went into this project. Every single penny I made from disability, that went to the project. It came to my attention recently that when we were hanging out and just bonding, he was slipping some hardcore shit into my drink. It fried my fucking brain, Jay. He documented my fucking breakdown and it encouraged me to do all this shit online. I was his little puppet. Everything he did to me was for you and this fucking film. For years we stayed in contact and did these videos. He even got someone called Curtis or whatever the fuck to drug me while he was away. Keep him loopy, son. He stopped drugging me because I guess he knew I had to be well enough to do this call. So, yeah, I'm Mr. X, the person behind all this crime. The dude that funded it all and let this evil fucking shit happen. That's the twist, I guess, Jay. But this goes far deeper than you could ever have known. There's still so much more to this fucking story I have to tell you. It involves your parents. It involves your goddamn cousins. You can't begin to even fucking fathom how deep this goes. He's not done making this film, Jay. There's still so much more. Okay, let me tell you something that you need to know, and it's of paramount fucking importance.
Alright. So that's the film over. There we go. People often ask why my videos are so different from one another. We have finished our film. My name's Ross McFarlane. I'm the real Ross McFarlane. See that box right there? It would be pretty sad being boxed in there. I sort of made this film to highlight how I feel about myself and show the world what kind of stuff I can do with my filmmaking. I'd be a lot happier being boxed in here than being boxed in there. This is the real Ross speaking now. And despite my problems with this film, I think this is it for me. My craft has come full circle, and I've hit the light to guide me on the path I've been looking for. I'm really looking to break into drama, because I'd love to be in something like True Detective now that I've played this sort of like deeper fictionalized version of myself. You as an audience will know I'm being genuine going forward with my performances. There will be nothing ironic about my performance in, let's say, the next True Detective. It's as serious as I am. I want to make that clear. You will see me as a confident artist who is very sure of himself. I do know what I am at the end of the day, and that's just a filmmaker. What I got my friends to say about me isn't true, and they know it's not true, but they were very happy to say those horrible things about me. And I'm definitely interested in doing more with Ross McFarlane, as in the real Ross McFarlane, not me. You know, going around doing interviews in character and sort of like mining for comedy and dramatic gold. I think the character really works in that respect. I also just wanted to make a film that, like, essentially thanked everyone who's helped me along the way. Thank you, Mark, for your support over the years. Thank you, Jay and Franklin, for making this happen. And thank you, Scott, for not being too bright, but being our only light. Here's some fart noises. That's very dumb, but it's not intended to be a smart piece of post-modern humor. Now you know the real me. This is pretty much just me. This is the real me. I am me. But yeah, just look at my IMDb and just keep an eye on it. Because Ross McFarlane's not done yet.
A man of talent, he can do it all. Next big thing on the screen. Dramatic, it's a part of it all. Put on a face, he can do it all.
Oh, hi. You must be James. Come in.
That's Jamal.
Oh, Jamal. Sorry.
Are you, Radical Ross?
I sure am. And you're one flamboyant Huckabee if I don't say so myself. Yes, we embarrassing. Are you here for the Ashley soft drink? Look at his little head. It's like a grape.
So here it is, guys. The hardest, juiciest, most biting news that there is. International news. There's so much going on. Are you ready? I bet you are.
Next big thing on the screen.
Would people even watch this?
You're not a failure if you don't succeed. You're a failure if you don't try. You've come this far.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, yeah, it's almost done. We may as well finish it. I should probably just keep coming. Come a little further.
There you go. Now you're talking, Ross. Let's go.